So good morning. Today is not as good as the last few weeks I've been out. We have got absolutely zero conditions. There isn't even a condition to be named after this apart from there. So I'm looking at probably doing black and white. It's very, very grey. We're at sunrise, not that you believe it, because it's just grey. Everything looks grey, everything's flat and grey, everything's just blah. It's the beginning of March. I'm out with a couple of friends. I'm out with Ryland, who's behind me, you probably can't see him, and Nigel's up the top. Yeah, I don't care what the conditions are, but I'm going to adapt to the conditions, and I'm shooting black and white, I think. So I'm going to have a go at converting these, making them. What's nice is I'm at the top, Craig Goch, at Elan Valley, and there's water coming over the dam, which is a nice surprise, and it completely transformed the dam. It's not a massive amount of water, but it's not just a big grey splodge at the bottom. You've got a little bit of texture there. I'm going to go down as well lower. I'm going to go down and shoot slightly side on, because you're getting a lot more whiteness to the splashes of the water. But yeah, it makes it look different. We're having a bit of water on. So I'm at f11 ISO 125, which is my lowest native IFO, and I'm just pretty much taking a standard shoot and shot, and I'm going to convert it. I am going to do grey. I've just cropped off the edge of the dam though, because some idiot has parked his van at the end. It saves cloning it out. But yeah, let's start with this one, and we'll just see what the morning does. We're just going to chill out, really, more than anything. Not going to worry about it. Just chill out, chat, talk some rubbish, and get on with it. So I'm making the effort to try and find an image. I don't have to. There's no reason why. Many a photographer would come here and just can't be bothered. Conditions aren't any good. What's the point? Not worth shooting. But I am here, and as far as I'm concerned, it is worth shooting. It's not going to end up on the wall. It's not going to end up in a magazine. It's not going to end up getting loads of likes or anything. But I'm here with my camera. It's free. Now I've got it, that is. It's a free morning out. It's not costing me anything to enjoy being out in the open air. And again, it's better for my well-being. I'm getting fresh air, I'm chatting, I'm talking. You can see Nigel and that over my head there. So we are out doing things. And it's given me a chance to try and almost force an image, try and find something that works. And we've got this pathway that I've shot before. It leads you down to a little bit of a fence, and then over that is the dam, Craig Goch Dam, and then you've got the water behind it, and then this little clump of trees. It always looks like an island. It's not an island, but it's a clump of trees that gives you a distant focal point. And then you've got a grey-white sky. It is grey, it is white. I'm not even going to bracket it. If the sky ends up white, it ends up white. It's just one of those things. The camera's now in a black and white mode. I've had to take it from raw to raw and normal, so I get a JPEG version on the back, and the JPEG version I put into black and white, and that's what I'm seeing on the back of the camera. That's how my eyes are working, and I just think this is quite a nice simple image. I've focused on the dead heather and bracken in the foreground, and I'm just going to let it drift off. I might actually focus in the distance. Let's focus on the down as well. At f11, it's going to give me lots of sharpness, and having that little bit of water on that reservoir is making the difference. But I just think there's a nice flow all the way through this image, and even if it's not a good image, it's a good composition. So we've just been up the top a little bit, and we're just making our way back down, and I've got another one similar to one of the first ones I took, but I've gone in a little bit tighter. What are you doing?
I just wanted to know.
You're that foreigner, aren't you, from that South Wales country
I
place?
know, see, but
yeah, I don't know about.
I just come and see how you do it, see.
He talks weird. He does talk funny. And like I say, this is part of the thing about being out. We all struggle about getting out and doing things. You might not think I do, but sometimes when I'm on my own, I do struggle to go and do stuff. Both Nigel and Ryland, they both struggle to go off and do stuff on their own, but when there's other people, there's a fox down there. Look at a fox.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Let me see if I can show you this. Oh, he's gone. There's a fox running down. Oh, he's gone. How mad was that? There was a fox actually just bold as brass walking down the road, and if I hadn't shouted fox, he'd have probably walked along. That was that was really nice. That was really, really cool. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying now, but yeah, just about struggling, you know, people getting out, struggling to come out and struggling to do things. And yeah, so, you know, it's good to have a laugh, it's good to joke, it's good to mess around, and it does your well-being really, really good. But yeah, this zoomed in shot, I quite like this. Monochrome again, little cluster of trees in the background. Without that little cluster of trees in the background giving you that focal point in the image, it would just be bland and just roll off into nothing. But I can't get my mind off that fox now. My mind's concentrating on that fox and them sheep. I don't actually understand how there's a fox walking down the road and there was a little lamb down there and it's not going to eat it. But yeah, no, that was cool. That was cool. So let's carry on. So whilst making my way back down to the lower level, which is where I want to shoot, because I want to shoot and see the water now. It's really standing out and making it look like water rather than shooting it straight on. I'm going to see if I can get some texture shots. I quite like the idea of getting some texture, but there's a tree down there that's caught my eye. I quite fancy having a look at that tree, see if I can just get that tree in front of the white wash. So that's my plan, to get over there and give that a go. And my fingers now are starting to get cold. I think it's colder out than it actually is, or it is colder than it is. Oh, I don't know, but you know what I mean. Another one set up, ready to go. I'm just about to hit the timer. This one I'm going to have to try and balance different shutter speeds, I think, because I would like to try and get different motion in the water. Oh, first shot's fine. I was going to change the shutter speed and try and get different movement, but the actual movement in the water I've got is spot on. I'm at 4 for a second, and I think that's just spot on. I'm going to just flick my f-stop up to 11 to try different things. It's slightly slower now. It's 0.2 a second, so it's going to be slightly longer, which means it's got more movement in the water. And again, it's fine. It's not too blown out, but I've got a nice cascades coming down in front of me. I'm even going to try 5.6. And I've used the arches. What I've done is I've taken a section of the dam. I've got these two lines in it, sort of sitting just off the third sort of line. And I talk about the thirds because the thirds to me are the building blocks, and you can ignore them if you want, but I just seem to think everything works in thirds. The amount of people that talk about don't use the rule of thirds, don't believe in them, look at their images, they've still got the rule of thirds in them. And then I've got these 2.5 arches that lead in from the top, right in the top corner, coming across, and it's all about this water and this flow that you don't see every single day. So I'm trying to use that to make these images look nice, and in black and white they look quite interesting. Detailed shots of the dams I think work really, really nice. The tree doesn't work, it's too messy, but the flow of the water sounds really good as well. You can obviously hear it over the microphone if I stop talking. But yeah, that's not a bad little shot, that. And it's just a random one. Walked up, plonked the tripod down, pointed it in a direction, thought, that looks interesting. And I'm now going to try and find something better or equivalent, so I can maybe have a triptych of three images all together, you know, 3 images that work together showing the water, the flow and the dam. That'd be an interesting project. Let me see if I can do that. So people often wonder and ask how I find a composition, and sometimes you just fall upon them. This one here, I've literally just fallen upon this image, not literally, even though it could be possible. I've just moved the camera around, literally just moving it around and up and down and just getting myself in a position. I plonked it down on the floor, and just by its natural position of where it is, again, this one works for the triptych. I think this is a vertical one to go with the horizontal ones. And I just think it works. Yeah, I quite like this. I do. It's nice, and I've got this prominent line through the middle of the image, very diagonal, prominent line. And I've tried the 3 different shutter speeds as well. So I've got the f11, the f8 and the f5.6, all just giving me that variation on the image. And I may even try going in a bit tighter, just out of interest, sticking to the sort of that tight crop sort of situation. And it is all about this line and the flow of the water coming between these solid rocks that I think makes this image work. So again, I'm going to take the 3 shots, f11, f8 and f5.6, see if I get a lot of difference in the shutter speed, and yeah, I'll put all 3 of them at the end on the screen for you so you can have a look. I think this is the final couple of shots. I've come right up close to the wall now. The wall, we literally are on touching sides of the dam. If I was to spin the camera around this way, you can see that we really are as close to the dam as we're possibly going to get. You can actually get your hands on it and touch it. So we're right up close to the dam now. I'm just shooting a couple more shots down here, hopefully trying to work something out that will give me that triptych to put the 3 together to make it worthwhile. But I'm trying to eliminate the sky, and it's really difficult. So by moving closer to the wall, it's sort of bringing everything very tight together and having all the arches in between. I think it works. I'm not 100% sure. I really am trying to get as close as I can to eliminate as much of the sky as possible, but it's not quite working, so I might sort of clone out the top corner. But I think it'd be a right image. I think it's going to work. I'm very cold. My lips have gone numb, even though I've got this jacket on, which is a heated jacket. I will put a link up to the video for it. I'm still quite chilly. Yeah, I think I'm as good as done here now. I'm just going to take one more just for the sake of being here, and then that's it. I think we're going to go back to the van, get a cup of coffee, some breakfast, and have a bit of a warm up, because I am extremely chilly. And sometimes it's not all about you know, getting the best shots and getting the best images that you can possibly get. Sometimes it's about the being out, the fun and stuff like that. And I've quite enjoyed the morning, even though the weather's not good and my hands are cold. I'm freezing. My hands are freezing. The warm jacket's nice. I've got the heated jacket on. I'll put a link up to the video. It's quite a nice jacket. It's very warm. But yeah, my hands are cold. My feet are cold when I'm standing still. We haven't done a lot of walking. We literally only went up the path up the top there and then come back down. So yeah, I've got a few images that are okay. I think they look quite nice. There's that black and white triptych, you know, and the black and white conversion for the very grey, boring sky. I think we're going to make our way back over to the van now, which is literally the other side of the dam. And yeah, get some breakfast, have a bit of a warm up, maybe chill out, make a bit of a plan. I think we're going to go for a walk later on. I want to try and get up onto the top of the hill opposite me and see what the view's like up there. So I might even go for a walk up there and just so I know where to go in the dark if I have to another time. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut the video here. I think that's it. It's best I can do with today's conditions. I may end the video on a little bit of drone footage because I've got this urge to fly the drone across here. And till next time, ciao for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, drop us a comment below, and hopefully this video's been interesting. It's been a bit of a flat one, I know, but for me it's about the mental health, trying to make sure I get out and carry on doing things, keep myself excited, and photography for me is definitely a massive plus, and without it I'd just be sat at home twiddling my thumbs. So yeah, ciao for now. See you soon, guys.